Good evening, it's Artzenin. Merry Christmas! Happy New Year. This is going to be the last post for this season of Insights with Artzenin. That's what I'm deciding to call my vlog. It's cute, it's simple, it works. And even though this sort of popped up in the middle of 2024, the whole point of this is figuring out what I like, what's working, and if it sticks, it sticks. And Insights with Artzenin has stuck. It's just where I'm still sick. I have to tend to my church. I have to tend to my companies. I also just need to give my books time to rest. I have been pushing with Snapshot really, really hard. Search for the Griffin really, really hard. And that's great. That's fine. But I think for the remainder of 2024, I'm just not going to really write a lot. I'm not going to do vlogs. I'm just going to kick back, drink a beer every now and then, eat a pizza, grow a gut. Well, I do have a gut. Add onto my gut and not care and be lazy and enjoy myself. There's no point in doing all of this if I'm not restoring the energy, if I'm not restoring my tank, if you will. And it's on empty. It's down. But that's a good thing because this year has been fruitful. Snapshot was not originally planned. Exposed Hill was also not part of my grand design. I was all about Search for the Griffin. That's what I wanted. That's what I was pushing through my own studio. That's what I told my team. That's what I told the CEO board of Anointed Works as an affiliate under Artzenin. I said, I want Search for the Griffin. That's what they pushed because I told them to. As the president and as an author that went into the sponsorship program, and they pushed me. I made it very clear to the account manager that it has to be about Search for the Griffin. So when the Lord added Snapshot and Exposed Hill, I felt even more overwhelmed. I thought, Lord, how am I supposed to do Search for the Griffin, Bard Tales? Oh yeah, Bard Tales is still a thing. I've been working on that as well. Something More, the prequel to to Snapshot, and now Exposed Hill. Truthfully, it's not that bad. It sounds like a lot, and maybe to some of you it is, but to me, some of these stories were already written, they were already in the works, or they were half complete. So all I really have to do is just fill in the cracks and the details. Now the stories that are not complete, yeah, okay, that's taken some time, but I don't mind. This is my passion. This is what I was made to do. This is the gift that Elohim gave me. There was this character. What was it? Pirate something. It's an anime, and it was a good one. I observed it for work, and I Christianized it. She happens to be celestial and terrestrial, and a pirate princess. I just can't think of her name, but Pirate Princess was in the title of this anime. And the boy that she eventually reunites with, that he always liked her, but she didn't like him, when they reunite, he told her something when she was questioning herself and why she was what she was, why she was down here on the earth, when clearly Helen, or was it Helena? It was either Helen or Helena, was a seraphim, a holy being. For the record, that's wrong. Seraphim are not supposed to be with us that way. It's just in this anime that was a thing. And he looks at her. I think her name was Yana, Julana. I cannot remember her name. It's really pretty though, but she's the pirate princess. And he stands on this rock, and the lighting was just perfect, and he looks her dead in the eye. And he says, there are two things that are significant when you discover it in life. The day you are born and take your first breath, and the day that you discover your purpose and you fulfill it. The music, the graphics, the build, the voice actor, how he said it, The day you are born and take your first breath, then the day you discover the purpose as why you're here and fulfill it. Wow, that blew my mind. And it really brought into focus that even though there's all of these stories that the Lord has given me to use as a ministry tool and for pleasure, because I do like to write, I like to make songs, poems, the works, I'm fulfilling my purpose. Think about it. If you pick up a fish, an aquatic animal, and then you pick up a fowl animal and you say to the fowl, putting it underwater, a fowl that's not designed for this, and you say, breathe underwater, and you keep that fowl there, and then you say to the fish or the aquatic animal, fly, and you throw them up into the air, what's going to happen? They'll die. They die not because they're weak, but because that wasn't their purpose. Yahweh designed the fowl to fly and to breathe through lungs. And then he designed the aquatic to breathe under the water. Both species are breathing, but they go about it differently. It doesn't make them any less significant. It makes them magnificent, in my opinion, because they're fulfilling a purpose that's different from the other person, but yet unique, and no one else can do it. If you breathe underwater, that is your purpose. If you flap wings and fly, that is your purpose. And I wanted to really figure out my purpose for the past 20 years. Everyone was trying to tell me what my purpose was as a Black person, as a woman, as a daughter, as a worker, when I could work, and as an author. But it was Yahweh Jehovah and Ruach HaKodesh and Yeshua Christ who pulled me aside and told me, hey, I made you. We made you. We know everything about you. And what you're doing isn't making you have shalom. It's not making you have joy. That's something only we can birth. So I told them to prove that to me. As of last night, they did. Joy is something only the Spirit can produce. And when I was just typing a vlog and doing SEO, something I did for humans, something I do out of obligation for work, it's a drag. It drains me. But last night, I just grinned. Like that. And I found myself having this sensation in the middle of my chest and warmth growing all through my body. I've never experienced that before. And I called my project manager and I said, what was that? And she said, joy. That was joy of the Lord. I couldn't give it to you. The executive director couldn't give it to you. Your fans couldn't give it to you. Your family, your friends. When you were in Adam's world, no one could produce that. But the Lord did. It didn't matter that I was poor. It doesn't matter that I'm still sick. It doesn't matter that I lack the resources and materials that I need. That sensation was indescribable. I wasn't thinking about it. I didn't produce this. I know what brings me happiness. Happiness is what I can purchase. Happiness is what I can go and create or engage with for a limited time. But eventually happiness dwindles. It dies, it leaves, and then it comes back depending on the event or what I would say, what I would listen to, what I would do. But joy, I am going through changes that I don't like. I have been under a lot of pressure this year. As a writer, nothing was working. I was irritated at the lack of progress and having setbacks. My dad died. That didn't bother me that he died. It just bothered me that it was one thing after another that kept popping up. And when you have grief, when you have family who's grieving, when you have no money and no means to make revenue for your companies and you can't get your church off the ground, it's a lot. And last night, that feeling, that sensation that I know I can't produce just spread all through my temple. And I was calm and I was having fun. I was having fun doing SEO, search engine optimization. That is a hard thing to do. I can't pay somebody, so I had to learn how to do it. And I had fun. When I have to write scenes, it hurts my hands, it hurts my head. I had fun. I enjoyed the whole thing from start to finish. And when I closed my laptop, that feeling was still there. When I woke up the next day, today, it was still here. I told Elohim to prove to me that I was fulfilling my purpose because everyone had already been telling me what my purpose was. They made me. I am a part of them. They gave me this talent and gift, and they want me to use it to bring them glory, which makes sense. But I also used it in the past the wrong way, and it didn't bring me pleasure. I wrote bad things, evil things, because I could, because I was curious. And that feeling last night didn't happen. Whatever I felt when I was writing back then, in high school, in middle school, and grade school, it was temporary. It was the flesh, because I always needed more. And I had to think of more dopamine hits in my work to get that high. So that's how I know that when one's purpose is discovered and then fulfilled, nothing can compare to it. I was sent down here for different reasons that Ruah has already explained to me. But one of the main top reasons I came down here was to write stories for them. Not to build buildings, not to teach in a school, not to clean floors. Nothing wrong with those gifts or those jobs. Love that type of work, actually. I have a lot of respect for people in those fields. But for me, writing is an extension of my soul. It's something I am so passionate about, and I have so much to say. And my writing's not for everybody, but I like what I write. The people who are in my life like what I'm writing. And I said, give me one person. Give me one person who wants to read my work. Today, a woman called me and said, I want to read Snapshot. The way you talked about it, the way you were so animated and passionate. What do you write? I have to have it. So, there it is again. My purpose, coming back around, staring at me in the face. Notice me, senpai. Okay, no more fighting it. No more letting people talk me out of it. No more trying to say it's not worth it because there's no money. Forget the money. It's not about money. It's about simply doing what I love and bringing something different to the table for somebody else to enjoy. As this holiday concludes itself, as this season and this year comes to an end, I just wanted to thank everybody who's been watching these videos. I want to thank everybody who has helped me and supported me. Rissy, Snowclaw, Hachi, Rebecca, Mom, my father. Before he passed, he got into what I was doing for the first time. It was great. My family members who have seen and supported me, and maybe people who just watch and don't even say anything, but you're secretly supporting me. Thank you. I will return after the holiday, and when 2024 becomes 2025, look for me, because I'm going to take this to the next level. With Elohim's help, I will do so. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Much love. Bye.